Hi everyone, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. I want to talk about something. I'm getting real fucking tired of you fucking parents humiliating your kids as a form of fucking discipline. Yeah, I said it. When y'all hit your kids, beat your kids, or you flat out embarrass the fuck out of them while recording the shit, then you post it on social media, that is blatant abuse. I don't give a damn how old your child is. Even if your child's a baby or your child's 16, 17 years old. That is wrong as fuck. How would you feel if your parents did that shit to you? That is not discipline. You know, the problem with most parents, and I think the problem with most society, you don't have love. Parents don't know how to love their kids, don't know how to give their kids direction because they never had direction nor love from their parents. You know what I'm saying? All they thought was discipline, hardcore punishment, and that sets your child straight. No, it doesn't. I've been in that situation as a kid. It does not work. It didn't work on me, and all it just did was make me resentful and made me do sneaky shit if I couldn't get what I wanted. Basically this video is about, I watched this video about a kid out in Virginia, who was skipping school, class. I don't know what was skipping school or cutting classes. I guess that's skipping school, and he was disrespecting his teachers. So the father decides to box with the kid, punch him, beat him up. Basically, the kid didn't want to fight the father, I guess because he still had some form of respect. And the father recorded it. The kid is all bloody and shit. Now, and then he posted on social media and humiliate the kid. Now the father's charged with battery. And now the kid is Child Protective Services removed the kid from the home. And I agree with that. I want to say it for the last fucking time. Stop, parents. When you have issues with your kids, trying to get your kids to fall in line, humiliating your kids, beating them up, or whatever, or using corporal, or I don't know how the fuck you call it, corporal or corporate punishment, then recording the shit, then posting on social media is not going to set your child straight. All it is, when they get older, they're going to resent your ass and hate you. That rarely works. The reason why kids are out of control is because the parents, the previous generation, before they were parents, were out of control. The reason why kids are so violent is because the parents broke the child by being violent towards them. Spanking rarely works, okay? Well, and don't give me that shit. Well, it worked on me. No. Well, it worked on me. It turned out just fine. No, you sound bitter and hurt as hell right now. You sound angry as you say it, as Natasha said. A lot of parents talk about, well, I was grounded. I couldn't do certain things, and blah, blah, blah. And it worked on me. No, you still hurt, and you're still bitter and resentful. Just because you got to get just over broke, and just because you don't have a record, that doesn't mean that was the right way to handle it. Hell, you got people who are fucking molested, fucking raped, and they do well in the corporate world. But the thing is, and they do well in school, and they do well in their job. But the thing is but they have poor relationships with people. They can't get along with other people. They don't know how to cope. They got psychological problems. They're out binge eating, drinking, or on some drugs and doing some crazy shit. And it's going to catch up to them one day. They're going to have a nervous breakdown and fall apart. And they're going to have to check into a mental institution. Or they're going to get violent with somebody. And then they're going to go to jail or kill somebody, hurt somebody, or worse, kill somebody. And they're going to get a record. Or they're going to take it out on their fucking kids. It don't work. People say, well, talking to your kids don't work. First of all, talking to your kids does work. But if you sound like a passive bitch, Johnny, please don't do that. No, don't do this. Don't do that. That's not going to work. Being firm and stern with your child works. Talking to your kids in a commanding, strong, dominant voice tone works, okay? Being straightforward and direct with your kids works. It don't work on every child. Yes, it does. It's how you talk to your kids. Maybe you have to be more dominant. Maybe you have to talk more and tell it as it is without sugarcoating nothing. Other times you can be soft, you can articulate and be colorful and sensitive at the same time. And sometimes when you communicate with your child, when you're trying to set them straight, you got to be more aggressive. But I'm not talking about verbal abuse. I'm not talking about verbal abuse or cursing your kid out. That's not going to set them straight. I'm talking about being direct and blunt. Sometimes you got to be hardcore blunt. Sometimes you got to use vulgar language. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you got to use intellectual language. Sometimes you got to speak intelligent and articulate. Sometimes you can talk sweet. And sometimes that will set your child straight. Something's going to work. Something got to work. But I'm really sick and tired of parents shooting up their kids' laptops, breaking their kids' shit, losing, flying off the handle, beating their kids, putting their hands on their child, humiliating their child, insulting their child, and disrespecting and embarrassing their child, while recording the shit on video, putting their personal child's business out there, and then posting it on social media and talking about that's going to set your child straight and set them in the right direction. No, it's not. Did that work on you? Well, I was well behaved. Well, maybe I don't give a shit what the child did to what the child did. I don't care if the child's about to be an adult. That don't fucking work. It's gonna come back and you're gonna regret it. I don't care if the kid is a baby. I don't care if the kid is a teenager. It won't work. You're gonna break your child. Your child's gonna be broken and fucked up. And they're going to take it out on your ass when you can't do shit and you can't even wipe your own fucking ass. You feel me? Look, kids, first of all, if kids are that stressful, maybe you shouldn't have kids. Maybe you should give up custody of your kids and give it to somebody who can raise them. Maybe you shouldn't have kids in the first place. How about not fucking? Keep your legs closed and keep your dick in your fucking pants. Don't have kids if you don't want to provide for them. You don't want to teach them nothing. And I'm tired of y'all following the fucking Bible. More brainwashing, that's going to fuck up your child with the religious bullshit. Because there's a lot of parents who don't fucking spare the rod, but the child becomes thugs, criminals, pedophiles, rapists, drug users, and just violent criminals, or crazy, or just psychopaths. Trust me, I came from a mental institution. I've talked to people. Okay, your man had my parents were very strict, and it fucked me up. And people wonder why you're so bitter and hateful. And I'm not a hateful person. I'm just fed up. There's a difference. That shit didn't work on me. Taking things away from me for no fucking reason. Or whipping me because I didn't do things perfect. But even though my parents weren't perfect, they want to expect me to be perfect, and that don't make no fucking sense. The reason why that kid, maybe the teacher, never stop and think, maybe the kid had a problem with the teacher, maybe the teachers was fucking with that kid. Teachers fucked with me and disrespected me. And they were racist as hell towards my ass. They didn't like my black ass because I was smart. Because I didn't kiss their ass. Maybe that kid had a problem with the teachers. Maybe the teacher maybe it was a bad teacher or a bunch of bad teachers. Or maybe you went up to the fucked up. Maybe there's sometimes the kids are in a poor school system where they don't do well. When the teachers don't give a fuck about the kids, And you parents don't give a fuck about your kids because you should be studying with your child. You should be reading with your child. You should be reading books with your child. You should be teaching them things. You should be teaching them about life. You should be educating. Education starts in the fucking home, not discipline. Education. Then everything else follows. Then discipline. That's the last resort. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So maybe the kid's skipping school. Maybe because the kid's with the wrong crowd. How was the dad? Maybe that dad didn't do well in school either. Maybe dad didn't take school seriously, and instead of talking to his son and saying, "Hey, I fucked up. You don't want to go down that path." Even if he had to say it like 10 times, say it again. Maybe you had to change the words, but say it again. You know what I'm saying? Maybe dad was not with the child. Maybe dad didn't get a tutor for the child so the child can get the grades up. Maybe the dad's not rewarding the kid for doing well, and the kid said, "I don't want to do this shit because there's no benefit and no reward." Maybe you need to reward him. Maybe you need to buy him a car. Maybe you need to buy him some shit. Maybe you need to give him a trip or something, graduation present or something. Promise him something and keep that damn promise. Maybe a PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sick and tired of people saying, "Well, boys, you gotta be hardcore. You gotta be tough. For girls, you gotta be sweet and gentle." That's bullshit. That's right. That's the reason why these girls are bitches. That's why they think they can talk to men in any old kind of way, get in the man's face, put their hands on a man, play with a man's emotions and feelings, fuck with men, disrespect them, and then they wonder why they get beat up, or hurt, raped, and killed. Excuse me. When it comes to raising your child, whether it be a boy or a girl, there's no difference. There's no gender difference. If you're gonna be hard with a boy, be hard with the girl at the same damn time. If you're gonna be soft and sweet with a girl, then you better be soft and sweet and sensitive to the boy. You gotta be equal. You gotta have a balance. Be hardcore, be firm and tough, and be sweet and sensitive to both the boy and the girl. Stop favoring your daughters over your fucking sons. I'm tired of seeing these videos. I mean, the parents whipping their kids, breaking their kids' shit, humiliating their kids, insulting them, and then posting it on social media, thinking that's going to do something. That's not going to do anything. All you motherfuckers who are fucking parents who do that shit are nothing more than attention whores. All you're going to do is get that kid more fucked up, and then when their kids' friends and class peers and teachers and the principals and guidance counselors see that shit that you posted on social media of you humiliating your child and harming your child, abusing your child, all they're going to see, they're going to like, "Oh, this parent don't respect their child. So this parent treats her child like shit. So I'm going to treat your kid like shit. I'm going to bully your kid." That's what they're saying. "I'm going to fuck with your kid. I'm going to make fun of your kid." And then you wonder why your child's get into fights and shit, and you wonder why, or the child commits suicide, or kills you, or shoots up a school, whatever the fuck. People say, "Well, you don't have. What about the police?" Well, I'm against it. I mean, the police the police, when it comes to should be like the police should stay out of the parents. If you stay out of families, out of people's households. The police should be professional, talk to the kids, be professional. Don't body slam children, beat up children, shoot and kill children. I don't give a shit what they do. When it comes to these upper class Caucasian kids cursing out cops, making threats, putting their hands on them. On the cops, shooting the cops, trying to run them over with the car. The police are nice and sweet and kind and polite, but when it comes to so-called black kids, when a black kid looks at a cop a certain way or questions them or questions of why you violating my rights. Now you want to shoot and kill them, like a Darren Wilson type of shit. I'm tired of the racism. I'm tired of the double standards. I'm tired of the ignorance. I'm tired of kids getting abused, beat up, disrespected, and humiliated. Then you parents film it and post it online. I'm tired of teachers bullying kids, fucking with kids, sleeping with them. Like, if I didn't say it, I'll say it again. Fucking with, bullying kids, disrespecting kids, making fun of them, and fucking them. And they don't, and especially the women teachers, and they don't get no jail time. And I'm tired of other kids being bullied, picked on and shit. And the parents who are raising these bullies, they're bullies themselves, don't correct that shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of parents not raising their kids right because they weren't raised right. I'm just tired of the cycle of ignorance. Excuse me. It needs to stop. Kids did not ask to be here. Parents, you gotta lead by example. You gotta treat your child the way you want to be treated. If you want your kid to be respectful, you be respectful. You carry yourself a certain way. You want them to do good in the books and do what they're supposed to do, you do what you're supposed to do. You cannot have this mindset of do as I say, not as I do. That shit needs to stop. The reason why kids are fucked up is because you got broken families, you got feminism, the cause of it, and child protective services that fucked up the households, taking mommy and daddy out the household, no morals, government corruption, and dumbing down on the school system. That's why kids are fucked up. Maybe people will look into this shit and understand that this generation, the only way this generation will be better off if we fix it and tell them the truth and stop lying to them about bullshit like Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy. Tell your kids the truth. Be honest and be real with your kids. Talk to your kids in a firm, direct, straight up manner. Firm and stern. Use your head. Stop attention whoring to your parents out there. Peace.